I don't know how they do their business.
Yeah.
But here at Total Sports,
Yeah.
the athlete don't work for us. We work for them.
Yeah.
They're our boss. They're our managers. Everybody has passion outside of track. So at the end of the day, as it's winding down, let's start planning for the next step. What is that?
Welcome back to another episode of The Reason Being. And today we have agent extraordinaire.
I'm nobody.
Can't say that, bro.
I'm nobody.
Jock, don't stop. Jock, pronounce your last name because I can't pronounce
Toussaint.
it. Toussaint.
Yeah.
Haitian magician, or they call it voodoo. I'm not sure, but he's working miracles out here in Jamaica.
In Jamaica.
In the world.
I'm nobody.
listen. Hey. So we're just here to get to understand who you are as an agent, how you do your work. So tell me, Jock, when you look in the mirror, who's Jock to Jock?
Shoot, I'm just a regular person, man. I'm a servant leader. You know, I've always been one. So from undergrad, I've always wanted to. You know, I was one of those kids in undergrad who wanted to. I want to be a doctor. I want to be a lawyer. I want to be everything.
Yeah.
But I would say that, you know, the agent world found me. So when I was in undergrad, you know, I was around at Florida State when you had Jameis Winston, you had Jalen Ramsey, you had all those people with sports. My mentor, Derek Cole, was like, "You can't find a major, just be a sports agent, dog."
Yeah.
And I always wanted to do when I was in middle school and stuff like that, but I just never saw the route. So I majored in sports management at Florida State, and then I would do anything to just like be around sports. I was a baseball manager, like.
So did you play sports?
No, not in high school. I ran track, but in college, nah. I was a regular student. I call it NARP. I was a NARP. Yeah, I was a NARP. Yeah, I was a NARP. I came FSU academic, so you know, I just wanted to like be around sports. I was a baseball manager.
Did you come straight from 80?
Nah.
Okay.
I came here in 03. So I was 9 years old when I came to America. So So I was a baseball manager. I was doing anything to be around sports at the time, dog.
Yeah.
So my mentor, Derek Cole, shout out to him. And one of my good friends, which we had a connection coming in handy, in 2016, when I graduated, I didn't want to leave Tallahassee. So I got into grad school at FAMU? Yeah, FAMU, yeah. And at the time I had a good friend of mine, and they knew this guy named Coach Rick. And I met Coach Rick. I said, "Hey, I'll be a volunteer coach."
Is he Jamaican, by the way?
Who? Coach
Rick, yeah.
No, he's American.
Okay.
He's from my neighborhood. He's from Pine Hills in Orlando.
Okay.
So meeting him, he was like, "Yo, I'll bring on as I got no money, but I'll make you volunteer coach." Yeah. So my first year as a volunteer coach, then just took off.
Yeah.
And then from there, you know, went from there.
How was the SEC? Not SEC, ACC.
ACC was fun, man. I ran tables around everybody, you know. So as a recruiter, you know, after my first year, I went ahead and they hired me on as a full time.
Nice.
And then after that, it was cool. Like,
what was the culture like there?
FSU was lit during my time. It was lit. It was Tallahassee. But FSU track at the time, we had swag. You know what I'm saying? So we had Andre Ures, we had Kason, we had everybody that I recruited at the time. So, but that was me. Yeah.
Really?
But I knew that with me not having the agent background and the sports background, because most agent, you know, they are all they either ran track professionally, they were either Olympians, they were either involved in some capacity in some way in the track and field. I knew that if I didn't have that, I had to figure out a way. So I knew being a recruiter at Florida State, it would give me access to not just the kids, but to the other coaches. So I did that for about like 5 years. So in 2020, COVID happened. And when COVID happened, I was like, shoot, this is my way out. So I started applying. I also have an MBA too. So I got an MBA also.
Sly flex.
So I started applying for like corporate jobs. So I got a job at Uber corporate as a program manager. So that was remote.
What is a program manager?
So working at Uber, I did diversity program basically. Yeah. So essentially, what I did was I look at diversity numbers like, hey, how is the hiring trends? And I'm big on numbers. I'm a big data guy. So what are the hiring trends? What's being done? And then from there, you know, we take that to the hiring manager. And from there, we go, hey, this is what we have to offer. Yeah. And this is what we're gonna hire and stuff like that. So I did that for about 3 years. So during that time, I needed bread. So I used that because they pay good at Uber, boy. Them tech jobs, they pay good money. So I needed the money because by myself, it's not cheap. At the time, back in 2021, you had to pay USATF, you had to pay World Athletics. It's 2 different fees and it's 2 different exams. So at the time, I needed to pay them.
This is the agent fee?
Yeah, agent fee, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so at the time I needed to just, get bread. So I needed to also get it from Florida State because I couldn't be an agent working at the NCAA level.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's illegal.
Well, it was illegal probably.
It's still illegal to be working as a coach or a staff member and being an agent. That's very illegal. But of course, NIL space now, we're now in a different setting where, hey, the agent can now talk to the athletes while they're in college and give them an NIL deal.
Yeah.
So during that time, you couldn't do that. So during that time, took my exam in 2021, thought I was an agent. Hell nah, that didn't happen. So I passed the exam with USATF, and then I had to wait a whole year to do a different exam, which is the World Athletics exam.
Why?
Because back then you had to do 2 exams.
Do you have to wait a year, or did you?
It's always a world year. It used to always be a world year. Okay. So I did in 2021. 2022 was Oregon. So that world year, that December is when they administered that world exam.
Oh.
And that junk was hard, dog. It was.
Let me ask y'all,
they give you, it's a 600-page book.
It's like the SATs all over again.
That was LSAT.
Shit.
That was me going to law school all over again. And you have 5 days to figure it out and study 50 questions. And the questions they ask you, you wouldn't even know. They ask you about how many meters is so on and so forth. About that has nothing to do with being an agent.
Yeah.
But I ain't no punk. I passed that junk easily, though. So closed book. So I passed the exam, and of course I'm an agent now.
Yeah.
So it's I'm an agent. I can do whatever I want to now. Nah, dog. With this business, it's who knows you. So I realized really, really quickly that I needed to find somebody to work with fast. But I'm hard-headed. So I could do my own. I got bread. I'm good. I save well. I have good money. I have a good job. I'm making tech money. I could do it on my own. Nah. So 2022 did that. 2023, I needed to be around the setting. So I flew to Budapest on my own dime. Got a Airbnb for 2 weeks on my own, and was just going to the agent stuff. I go to the room. I'll see them and I'll be in my corner just watching things move and stuff like that. I still was hard headed. I wasn't gonna work for nobody. So then, about 3 weeks after Budapest, I got a call from a good friend of mine, Javon Matterson. He was like, "Yo, I got somebody I was talking." I'm like, "Who?" Like Orlando Bennett. I'm like, why the hell would no one talk to me for it? What did I do?
Yeah.
I'm just a regular guy. I don't even talk no damn Orlando Bennett.
Oh,
so
Orlando Bennett?
Yeah. So at that time, he just got off Worlds, making the team and I'm like, why you want to talk to me for it?
Yeah.
So he had just fired his agent at the time, and he hired me. We met. He liked me. I said, just give me a year. He's like, I only have a year left. So you have a year, I have a year.
You had a year left.
So he was gonna quit.
After that World year? Why?
Yeah, I won't get into that.
Okay.
But it was a lot going on behind the scenes for him at the time that made him not really love the sport anymore.
Yeah.
So he wanted to just, walk away from the sport at the moment. So when he hired me, I said, I can't fuck this kid life up.
Yeah.
So I stopped being hard-headed, and a good friend of mine, I recruited that kid actually, Kason James.
Yeah.
He's at USC. I said, Kason, put me in with Coach Jet. So I called Carmelia. I said, hey, Coach, I'm Jacques Toussaint, so on and so forth. I'm trying to work for agents. So she's like, it was out in November. She's like, call this guy named Mark Block. Who the hell is Mark Block?
Yeah.
I didn't know who that was.
Yeah.
I know who he is now.
Who's that?
One of the biggest agents to ever come across the sport.
Oh, for real?
So I called Mark November 15th. By November 21st, I was hired.
Shit.
So
that's Total?
That's Total Sports, yeah. So he brought me on, and then the rest is history.
How's that experience been for you?
It's cool, dog. Shit. It's cool. It's fun. It's fun. You realize the ins and out of working for a big agency and the blessing that comes with it.
Yeah.
Because of the fact that you see how those connections really come in handy. From meets and which goes back to Orlando. Before Orlando came to us, well, it came to me, and then of course when I came, he went on the Total.
Yeah.
He never did a Diamond League meet.
didn't know that. I didn't
Right.
realize
He
that,
never
actually.
did a diamond league. He never got a lane. And you would think that, you know, he would get a diamond league meet, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So my going to that year with Orlando, I had to get his confidence back up. And as a track athlete, you realize that those things do matter.
Yeah.
You know, you've made Doha, you've been to Oregon. The only team that's not made was Tokyo.
So how do you figure out how to get him to what you think he's capable of?
Conversation, dog. Like conversation. So talking to him, we talk every day. And I call him Father Bennett because he thinks he's my dad sometimes. So we talk every single day.
Yeah.
And as I got to know him, I realized what the fault was. You know, he was either injured, you know, or the person that he was dealing with at the time, representing him, wasn't really giving him the proper attention.
Yeah.
I wasn't really putting him forth for these different meets or just, yo, you good? Like, what's going on? So I knew that mentally I had to get him in a space to where he can compete at the highest level, but he's also seeing those guys. And they're beating you fine, if you're beating them fine, but seeing those guys on a consistent level to where, hey, when he gets to the Olympics or when he gets to making that team, he know how to handle it.
Yeah, real.
So I remember, like, he didn't tell me this, so we got him into Miramar, and he ran like crap. I was like, oh shoot, what the hell I just did?
It's kind of windy though.
It was kind of, but he was injured.
Okay.
And he didn't tell me he was injured. So he was injured, and like, oh shoot, you just got into China. You finna go to China injured?
Yeah.
I said, you know what? Let him go to China. It's the experience. Go. So I remember him going to China and then calling me the next week because he's like, yo, I like this.
Yeah.
I mean, my first Diamond League. He posting about it, doing the graphic. I'm like, okay, cool.
Yeah.
And then he was still going through the injury. And I remember I thought, I'm like, okay, he's ready to go. So going to Tokyo that year, he had gotten Tokyo Grand Prix, and he landed the morning of his meet because the flight got delayed and canceled. Something happened. And he went that meet and ran 13.5. I said, oh shoot, yeah, he ready to go. That was around me. I'm like, he ready to go.
But leading up to that race, what happened? Why did you think he was ready to go?
Because you can tell by the race by race, the competition we were having, like, it wasn't no more like, well, we'll see. Orlando was like always like a we'll see guy. You know what I'm saying? He was like, I'm gonna do it.
Yeah.
And so I knew that, okay, I've gotten through that mental block and I've broken that barrier to like, hey, that confidence level is up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that was very important.
Yeah.
So that's when I knew that, okay, he's getting to that point where he can make the team.
Yeah.
But when we got to trials, I didn't fuck with making the team. Yeah.
Oh, the fucking crazy trials.
Yeah, dog. So yeah. But so that's just a basic, you know, of how I got to where I'm at right now.
So
you know?
why didn't you work with Matheson? Because he's a talent.
Because Madison is under racers, and with racers, there's a person that helps with racers.
Wait, hold on. Orlando doesn't train racers?
He's with racers, yeah. So okay, so there's racers.
Yeah.
There's a person that works with racers that I won't speak of.
Yeah.
There's respect to them. I just don't.
Yeah.
That's not. This is, you know what I'm saying. And there's two other athletes at races who have a different agent.
Okay.
And Orlando's also an athlete. I have a different agent at racers.
Okay. I feel
So
that.
he's one of the three athletes I have different agent at racers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So Orlando gave you your shine, essentially.
I'm gonna always give my guy credit. You can ask anybody. Orlando Bennett, that's my guy. That is my guy. But you know, of course, I do have other clients who I love. Like, it's not just one. I love all my clients. You know what I'm saying? They all.
Who's your favorite? Don't answer. I'm playing.
I don't have a favorite.
You gotta have a
I
favorite.
cuss them out the same.
Don't do that.
Everyone get cussed out the same. Everyone get cussed out the same. I don't have a favorite. I believe in. I always say this, and I say this. I'm all about the athletes first.
Yeah.
So I don't care if an athlete is making no money, has no contract, or if an athlete's making me all the money. Everyone get the same level of treatment.
So how do you decide which athlete you should take on?
Personality, that's fit me. I really believe in This is the agent world is matchmaking. Me as an agent, it's matchmaking. I don't want to just sign. Oh, I see a guy run 9.8. Let me bring him on.
Yeah.
That guy might be an asshole. He might be a diva.
Yeah.
He might not fit what I'm trying to do.
Yeah.
And all of my clients, they all fit me.
So do you just work with like one specific company, or do you like try to like mix and match with the same?
Which is like shoe company wise.
Yeah.
We work with everybody. If you go on Total Sports page, we work with everybody. We got Skechers F, we got New Balance, we got Puma, we got Adidas, we got Nike, we got On, we got Kip Run. Like we got Kip Run is it's a new distance brand. So we have Edward Cheswick. He was with Skechers, now he's with Kip Run.
Oh.
So yeah.
I haven't seen him in a while actually.
He's running Rolls. He's doing Rolls now.
Okay, yeah, that's where the money's at, man.
Yeah.
Road running.
Yeah,
yeah. So, all right, talk about NIL, man, because I've been hearing that you're making some noise, man.
I'm just a regular guy. Just a regular guy.
Can't say that.
I'm just a regular guy.
Can't say that, bro. Listen, one thing I know for sure is F1 is a big problem in the Caribbean when it comes on to working. Mm-hmm. But now you have our athletes, Jamaican athletes, are able to make money through NIL. Mm-hmm. How is that possible?
So, the NIL space is a very fun space right now because what it's doing is it's helping these young athletes earn something. You know what I'm saying? And at first, with the athletes overseas, you really good to know. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
How to do it. So now with the apps, what happens is you go to the country. So these athletes have F1 visa, but each brand has specific
locations or something like that?
They have specific, so like Orlando, for example, or a Czech Metro or whatever that I have. So they have like an Adidas Africa.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They have different places where like, hey, we can pay them to Scotia, we can pay them to NCB, we can pay them to the country, and that counts. You know what I'm saying? So with the NIL space, it's the company is investing. It's saying, hey, I have this athlete, but there's freshman, sophomore, junior. I believe in you. I'm gonna give you so and so dollars of money, and this is me investing in you. So I've been signing out of the athletes, and it's because I don't sign athletes without getting them a deal. If you with me, you're gonna get a deal.
Like off rip?
If I'm signing you, there's a high chance that you're gonna get a deal.
Okay, I know you said personality earlier, that that's how you sign them, but you're signing like name brand athletes in the NCAA.
Right.
These are no jokes.
Right.
Do these all feature personality?
Yes.
Okay, let's look at Aaliyah and Jerome. I mean, boy and girl, yes, but like very different, very contrasting. How do they fit what you're trying to accomplish?
All right, let's start with Jerome. Jerome is like my child. Like he calls me every day, he texts me every day, he'll FaceTime me randomly. And we build a relationship, you know what I'm saying? So he'll ask questions up front, and he'll just come check up on me, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Where Aaliyah, she's more reserved, but I've watched Aaliyah grow up.
Where's she from?
For South Florida, Broward.
Okay.
So I remember, funny story about the Aaliyah situation, I recruited Aaliyah brother to Florida State. So I've known Daquan Butler. So I've known Aaliyah since 2015. So I knew her when she went to prom. I knew all about who Aaliyah Butler was. But I never approached her from an agent, I'm trying to sign you. It was always, this is my little sister, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I know how Aaliyah is, and I know how to deal with Aaliyah.
Yeah.
I say she fit me because I know Aaliyah's more like my quiet warrior. She don't say much. She's a silent killer. She don't say much.
She kills.
Aaliyah, she's not really needy.
Yeah.
So she's gonna text me, hey, I need my gear from Nike. Or hey, I haven't this from Nike yet. Or hey, I haven't done this. So I knew whenever Leah texts my phone, she needs it. Whereas Jerome, it's like, okay, he's more so like interactive, you know what I'm saying? So I have like PJ, for example. We talk once, twice a week. We have a group chat with me, him, and Jacorian and Rob. Yeah. But he's more like an Aaliyah. So I have those athletes where they fit me in a sense of like, hey, they're not gonna call me a lot. Yeah. But I know that if I talk to them for one time a week, I'll get their whole week rundown, and I'm cool with that. And they also understand that I have a life. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I think what a lot of athletes and agents don't realize is that you do have a life as an agent, but also they respect that boundaries, right? But also like I work for them.
That's a mirror.
That's one thing. These are my Aaliyah's my boss. Yeah. P's my boss. Yeah. Checkers my boss. Yeah. Jerome my boss. Everyone's my boss. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I think when it comes to being an agent, NIL, and them fitting you, I let them know, hey, I work for you.
Yeah.
Because if you don't make money, I don't make money.
Yeah, bro. I know a lot of like agents. They have this notion, or they portray this notion. It's like, yo, me, you, isn't me. Mm-hmm. But that's not the case. You know what I mean? So I'm not like I respect you to that still.
Yeah, and it's not supposed to be like that. But I don't speak on other people and how they handle their business. But I know with me and with Total Sports, we work for the athletes.
Yeah.
I don't know how John Doe, how
Dojan,
how Moshko, I don't know how they do their business.
Yeah.
But here at Total Sports, the athletes don't work for us. We work for them.
Yeah.
They're our boss. They're our managers. Cause they could and say, I'm firing your ass.
Yeah, true.
And what I'm gonna say?
Yeah.
The money gone.
So how does that work in NIL space?
What do you mean?
How can they fire you?
Hell yeah, they fire me.
Okay. Like, is it like guaranteed? Like after they're done with NCAA, they have to sign with you?
No.
Okay.
They're not doing that with me.
Really?
Yeah, they're gone. Listen, I would say I have a really high number of NIL, but if they don't want to be with me, they don't want to be after. And it is no hard feelings.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, it's a test trial.
I would take a half spin. I ain't gonna hold you, bro.
I don't hold grudges against kids making life by the decision. That's not nah, dog. No. Mm-hmm. These are young adults.
Yeah.
And what works for you might not work for them. So I don't ever hold grudge against an athlete telling me no. I've had many great athletes you could think of that I've met with that are NCAA champions, Olympic finalists that told me no last year.
Sure.
I see them at the track, I give them a hug. You know, I have one of them that call me like, hey man, go talk to your agent.
Yeah. So
if the NIL space is like, hey, I have you now, but if Aaliyah Butler, whenever she chooses to leave school, say I want to fire you, I find a better agent. Yeah. That's also cool. You can go.
Okay. So let's talk about the Jamaican market.
Oh boy.
I know you started out with but you know you're dabbling.
Oh boy. Yeah, I was here for champs.
How was that?
Champs is champs, dog. Come on, dog. It's champs. Like there's nothing like it, and there's nothing like it all across the world. It's champs.
What's your favorite school? What's your favorite school? KC, bro.
I'm unbiased.
KC, bro.
I'm unbiased.
KC, bro.
Kingston College.
Yeah, bro, you trying to win, man.
Kingston College. But I mean, it's really cool to see like the passion for the sport. You know, like the love for the sport. So you really see like, hey, dog, like these people love the sport. You know what I'm saying? And it brings my heart joy when I got outside the stand and like the stand was filled. It was loud. There's nothing like it. I don't care if it's a Diamond League meet. I don't care if it's a gold meet. I don't care if it's the NCAA meet. I don't care if it's for the relays, There's nothing in the world like champs.
Yeah. You like
nothing at all. Huh?
You like the new track?
It's clean. It's cool. It's fast though. It's cool. It's cool.
It's fast. All right, so let's talk about how you're impacting the Jamaican youth right now, because like I said, you're the guy for the NILs.
I'm just a regular guy.
Hold on. Do you think there's a case where are you starting to recruit them from champs to high school? Are you facilitating them?
I can't disclose that.
You can't disclose that?
No.
I'm taking that you are. And it better not be Florida State.
I can't disclose that. I am not loyal to any school.
Okay.
I'm loyal to Jock.
Okay.
I'm loyal to my clients.
Okay.
I'm loyal to what my clients want. I don't do that. If it doesn't fit them, I'm not going to send them there. But I can't disclose that.
Okay. I feel it. So how do you dictate which meet to go to? Because I know you have multiple athletes.
We have a team. We have a big team. So when it comes to Total Sports,
you don't sign individual athletes?
What do you mean?
Like, you signed Orlando, you signed Aaliyah.
Yeah.
But what if they're at like different places? How do you dictate where to go?
Depends on everybody goes everywhere. So it's never gonna. There might be some meets. I try my best to go to all my clients meet, but there might be a meet where other agents. We have 7 people on our team. So at one time, I could be in Marrakesh. Other agents can be in Atlanta.
Yeah.
Other agents can be in London. So we were gonna always have support when it comes to us.
Yeah.
So and my clients know like, hey, if I can't make it, someone's gonna be able to take care of you. Sure. So it's never like, hey, I'm at by myself. No one's on my block start. No one's talking to me. No, you're gonna always have an agent with you wherever you go when it comes to us.
So what kind of support do you guys provide at Total Sports?
Everything under the sun and then some.
What's under the sun?
Bro, from travel, we have a travel agent, hotel, meets, financial.
Do these have to be reimbursed?
Of course. That thing's free now. Come on now, like that thing's free. Like we don't. At the end of the day, like we are a business. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And in the business, you have to make money.
Yeah.
And we're athletes first. So the goal of as an agent, well, us. I always say us. I don't know what everybody else is doing. This is their business. I don't listen. I don't go peep people holes and what they got going in their home. This is their home, how they build their house. But in my house, you know what I'm saying? Like how we do things in our house at Total Sports. The goal is to make sure that our clients don't stress. So what that means is we know they have a travel budget.
Yeah.
We know they have a medical budget.
Yeah.
So we know what's going on. We all on one accord. So when a client gets into a meet, by the time I call them that they're confirmed for that meet, flight's already booked, everything's already done.
Do you guys have any athletes that are not sponsored?
Yeah.
How does that work?
Easy. We take care of them still.
Really?
Yeah.
So do you just send them to like lower class meets to kind of build their
No. If the athlete's not sponsored and they can get into a high level meet, we go to that high level meet. I don't care who you are.
Do you pair athletes to go, like, if you have like a bigger athlete, do you try to pair a smaller athlete with them to go get into a meet?
So the blessing of us being a big agency, we have a lot of big names. So a lot of meet directors want to work with us because they get a package. So they know, hey, if we go to Total Sports, we're gonna get 10 athletes. You know what I'm saying? Or if we go to a mom and pop shop, we're gonna get one. Now that's kind of hard to deal with that. You know what I'm saying?
You can't call these men mom and pop, bro. Come on now.
It's the truth.
All right.
You want me to lie? I mean, it's the truth. Like I said, what we do in our house is what we do. But at the end of the day, like, is what it is. Yeah. You have the NFL, where you have the Rich Pauls, you have the David Mulligettas, you know, you have all those great people that I look up to. You know what I'm saying? When I look up me being an agent, I think of David Mulligetta and Rich Paul.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I definitely get that. I feel like you do give Rich Paul. I like that. Actually, I do like that. Yeah. You kind of do.
Right?
Yeah, you're kind of humble with it, but like, you know what I mean?
I'm just a regular guy.
You can say that,
I just do my job.
Keep saying that. But outside of this though, what do you do?
Have fun, man. I live my life, dog. I don't want to about me and all my clients. I'm gonna work hard, but I'm gonna live my life. I have a life. I live my life, dog. I hang out with my family, travel the world.
You got kids?
No.
You said family.
I can't do kids, no, not yet. My life is too busy.
True.
But travel the world, have a good time, man. I work hard, I play hard, and I said I don't care who sees this. I'm gonna have fun. I'm human, you know what I'm saying? I have what outside of track.
Do you have an off season?
There's never an off season in track, but Jock has an off season though.
Okay.
So I always take time to reset. You know, I really pride my athletes on stepping back. I got a therapist. That's my best friend. I go to therapy every week.
You guys provide therapy?
We don't, but we always recommend that if they need it, they go get it. So I lead by example though. So my guys know, don't call me on Tuesday at 2 o'clock to 3. I'm with my bestie, my best friend. We talking about life.
Is it virtual or?
It's virtual because I'm always gone. It's virtual. So like, don't call me. Do not call me.
Yeah.
So, but my guys know that, you know. So you also, being an agent, you have to set boundaries also. You know what I'm saying? My guys can call me at any time. My girls can call me at any time, but they know like certain times. Okay, there's something going on right now.
Yeah.
I won't hit them up, but they'll text me though. I'm like, okay, this is not important. We're good. Let's keep going.
What about conflicts within the company? How you guys deal with that?
There's no conflicts. We're family.
Every family got beef.
There's no beef.
No beef at all.
We communicate really, really well.
Like you're telling me, if you get another hurdler just like Orlando, like Zero for example, is there not a conflict of interest right there?
No.
They're both Jamaicans.
Okay.
Both hurdlers.
What that mean?
What you mean?
What do you mean? What does that mean?
Somebody got to take priority.
No one's taking priority.
Orlando.
I told you earlier. I told you earlier. I don't care if the athlete has no deal or the athlete got the highest deal. Everybody gets the same treatment. Jerome in Orlando is getting offered to the same meet. No one's gonna get left out. There's 8 lanes.
Yeah.
And I have 2 Jamaicans, I have 2 Americans. So they're gonna fill that lane up. We can do that. So no one's ever gonna take priority over anybody. Ever. Not as long as I'm alive, I'm in this business, and you're my client, there's never gonna be a situation where my client will feel less than the other. Ever.
Do you have an outside client like a javelin or something like that? Or is it just strictly like track?
I don't I have Jeremiah's my field event guys. My field event guy, he's my long jumper. But I don't have a lot of field eventers.
Why not?
Because that's not my. I don't want to touch something that I don't feel comfortable touching. You know what I'm saying? So like, I'll do long jump, I'll do triple, but being transparent, I don't know nothing about no damn javelin. I don't know nothing about javelin. I can't tell you how far you could throw a javelin to be good. I just don't know about it. You know what I'm saying? So like, can I study it? Yes, but I would never go into that because then I would do a disservice to that athlete.
Yeah.
And I'm about the athlete being first. So at the end of the day, or when I go to a javelin thrower, I don't know what meets you're gonna go to. I don't know what the small meets or the big meets are. I don't know what to get you. I don't know what to do. Why would I go for that? That's not gonna happen though.
So what's the name? Orlando. Is he a challenger or a racer?
He's a challenger.
Okay. How did you get him into that?
Come on, he's an Olympic finalist and he's Jamaican. Come on.
Why is he not a racer?
Good question. He's not a racer. As you can see, it's different things they use. Of course, we put him up, but when it came down to it, they didn't pick him. We don't know why, but they didn't pick him, so he became a challenger.
Yeah. So is it a case where he can move on to the next?
Huh?
If you gets I don't know, second or first, do they move on?
What do you mean?
In the Grand Slam, how does that work? Do you know?
The Grand Slam is I love the Grand Slam. They kept me busy today. But the Grand Slam is a very unique thing. So there's no moving on. Each slam is different. The racers go to all for a slam. The challengers, so could we confirm for this meet, but I confirm to the other meet. But I like that though, because it's giving everybody a chance.
Yeah.
You got people here who are not sponsored, but everyone this weekend is living here with at least $10,000.
Yeah.
At least $10,000.
That's true.
So I love what they're doing, and I want to be around for a long time.
Oh yeah. No, this is gonna be cool.
Look at the devil. This is my phone, please. Huh? This is my phone, please. This is my line. I'm sorry. I can't.
Jock, don't stop, baby.
Sorry. Okay. All right, but continue though. I'm sorry. This is important. Sorry.
No, we can wrap it up.
No, we good. We can keep going. No, we good. Okay, cool. We good.
Yeah.
No, this is. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, y'all. But continue.
All right. So let's talk about outside of this.
Okay.
What's going on? What's next?
I just working, bro. Like working.
Who's next?
I can tell you that. I can't bro. One thing about me, bro. My rule is don't let anyone into your game room. I would never let anybody into my game room. I play chess, bro. I don't play this game, dog. I would never, at the end of the day, I can't let the next person in my plan. Mama always told me, the worst thing you can do is let anybody know your plan. Because you don't know who is planning your downfall and who's trying to get into. I don't ever let anyone into my game room. When it comes to me, I have great people in this sport that I'm close with, but I don't tell my business.
Do you connect with other agents?
Yeah.
You don't gotta call their names. I just want to know.
Yeah, I definitely have great agents who are great mentors. I will always give flowers where flowers is due. So I always speak about Henry Roll and Adrian Laidlaw, because I will never forget in Budapest at the Puma party, and Laidlaw and sat me down and told me, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What I need to do. I would always give credit to Robbie Hughes. Robbie, he worked with Paul.
Yeah.
That's my guy's big bro. I always call him. Yeah, Paul. I always call him, and he always, look out for me. You know what I'm saying? So I have great mentors in this game. But I respect every age. I didn't to be in this business, and for them for 20 years, 30 years. They do a good job of taking care of their clients. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna say this again. What goes on in my house is in my house. Whatever doing in their house, it's in their house.
So let me ask you this last question. Why should me, say, an upcoming athlete or just, some potential that you like, why should they sign with you?
That's a loaded question, dog. I'm unique. I'm unique in a sense. I'm not no regular Joe. The thing with me is I care, and it's athletes first. And I spoke about being a servant leader in the beginning, because at the end of the day, I'm never too big for the business. I would never be bigger than the athlete.
Yeah.
I would never let my ego or wherever I feel be bigger than athlete. When it comes to my client, you call in him right now.
Yeah.
they'll tell you the same thing.
But athletes do have egos, though.
Yeah, and I would check your ass at the door.
Shit.
You're gonna be humble. I don't listen, dog. The Lord give it, the Lord take it away.
True.
So as fast as you rise up,
Yeah.
as fast as your ass could fall the fuck down.
Yeah.
So when I say my personality, I need people where you're always hungry. Like Checkna, for example, he won NCAA champion. Now he wants more. You know what I'm saying? He's always hungry. Cause I'm always hungry.
Yeah.
Like my work never stops. When you see me, like I'm always on go. Like
Yeah.
I like it because I always want more.
So you don't get burned out?
No, because I know how to reset. I know how to shut it down. So when it comes to me and my clients, it's like, listen, you're gonna get an agent who's gonna bust their ass for you, be your advocate, have your back, support you, but always put you first, and always take care of you. So when and I always keep it real, and I'm not gonna be everyone's cup of tea. I'm not gonna fit every situation.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But the right one that's supposed to come is gonna come to me.
Yeah.
So yeah, dog, like you gotta be hungry, dog. And this, like I said, this sport is brutal, and you're as good as your last race.
Yeah.
So I don't believe in ego.
Okay.
Go out the door.
All right. Let's go on that a little bit. Sorry. So you said you're as good as your last race.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I don't want to go there, but let me
You
see if you
can. I
go
don't
there.
care.
Like, how you determine when to
Walk away?
Go, yeah.
I don't let athletes go. Well, I told you earlier.
I get you though, but like they're not making money though.
But I chose that responsibility to bring them on, right? So why all of a sudden the athlete was doing well because they're doing bad? I gotta say, go on. No, because I chose that responsibility to sign you and bring you under me. So why all of a sudden now, because you're not doing so well, I gotta push you to the side? Like I told you earlier.
Because everything serves a purpose.
Right, it does. But at the end of the day, when it's your time to go, it's time to go. But if you feel like, hey, I want to do 2 more years, let's do it and figure it out.
So,
but eventually, what would happen though is we would sit down as a team and analyze, hey, is this still working for you? But that's not out to my client. Is track is but so long. Track is 10 years, and if you shelling in your price, you in that bit for a little bit longer. You know what I'm saying? So how are we preparing ourselves for when track is over? Like Rob, for example. Like Rob want to be a real estate agent. My client, Robert Gregory.
Yeah.
So I got him connected with a real estate agent that I know back in Florida. Jacques want to be a barber. That boy could cut hair. So I got him right now connected with a barber school, with a scholarship so he can do barber in Columbia. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So all of like Orlando want to be a massage therapist, so he's got one of his massage on his side.
Yeah, that's
so
actually
everybody has passion outside of track. So at the end of the day, as it's winding down, let's start planning for the next step. What is that?
Yeah.
So like I told you earlier, I would never lead any of my clients astray. From the one that has no deal, making the most money. Now I was making the most money, not making. At the end of the day, when I say, hey, welcome to Total Sport, you sign that paperwork and Jock is your agent, I take on that responsibility, taking care of you. With the highest, when you get married, rich or for poor, health and whatever that shit goes, I ain't married yet, but my job is to take care of that client from beginning to end. So when there's good or bad or indifferent, you know what I'm saying? So when Orlando went and when Jacques, for example, right, he didn't have the best year. I could say, damn, I made a mistake. No, that's my guy. Let's figure out what we need to do next. We need to switch coaches. Do we need to go home? How can we make him be successful? We don't figure it out. Now he's doing better. You know what I'm saying? So like at the end of the day, like it's like, I don't care who the athlete is, good or bad. My job is to take care of them until they say, hey, enough is enough. Let's go what's next. And by that time, my goal is to be like, hey, they have a next plan, whether it's coaching, being a barber, being a real estate agent, going to a corporate world. You know, like Jerome is an accounting major.
Did not know that.
Yeah, so he wants to be an accountant. You know what I'm saying? So like, those things are important because how do we make sure like, hey, are you taking your CPA? Like, what's going on? How are we getting you prepared for like, hey, when track is done with, what's next? So it's not about the money for me, because I got money. I'm blessed. God has blessed me with great side hustles and great jobs to where like I'm good. You know what I'm saying? So I always tell clients like, I could quit track right now and I would not lose sleep because I still have a good job back home where I go to every day. So with me, it's bigger than just money. It's about really helping the kids. Because I know how my best friend was treated by his previous agent. You know what I'm saying? My good friend. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
So I've seen that firsthand. So I don't want no athlete to experience that. You know
So
what
is
I'm
that
saying?
kind of like what guided you?
Right, to become an agent. So yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Shit. Well, ladies and gentlemen, Jock, don't stop.
I'm stopping because I'm telling you that I'm just a regular guy, just out here trying to change this world at one person at a time. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, dog. So yeah,
That's
man.
the reason, brother.
Listen to talking to you, dog. But yeah, man, you're doing a good thing here. So yeah, this agent shit is hard, but we push forward, you know.
I really just like that you're doing NILs with Jamaican athletes. I ain't gonna hold you, bro.
Bro, I do NILs with everybody, bro.
I get you, but like, you know, you're kind of.
I'm here to help the kids maximize that damn dollar.
Yeah.
Get paid. Let's get you paid. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, bro.
Shit. Appreciate it, bro.
All right, dog.
Yes, sir.
All right, dog. We good.